Welcome to Muji and Popular Views. This is my small channel. We discuss everything politics. We comment, make commentary, everything politics, everything cultural, everything traditional. We talk about everything. In this small segment, I want to speak about Floyd Shivambu's movement. Movement within the EFF, movement outside of the EFF when he was in the MK, movement within the Afrika Mayibuye movement, and his private relationship that he denied in 2018-2019 with Johann Rupert. I think when one analyzes the current setup, with no doubt, you can see Floyd has some sort of funders that have their interest in destabilizing MK, destabilizing the EFF, because as much as we have got so many parties, but the left movement is the EFF. The MK came into that space, but when we're looking at the Marxist-Leninist movement, it is the EFF. When we're looking at the socialist movement, it is the EFF. Because the DA, it is a nationalist party. Whatever that we can call it, it is a nationalist party, come from the National Party anyway. The ANC is the national party. It is even the name itself, it says the African National Congress, so it's a nationalist party. So when we speak of socialism, when we speak of the left, when we speak of the Marxist-Leninist movement, we're referring to the EFF. Obviously, the establishment doesn't like the EFF. That's super clear, whether we like it or not. That's the truth. The establishment doesn't like the EFF. They want to sort of protect the status quo. They don't want land distribution. They don't like the sharing of the minerals. They don't like mineral to be beneficiated in South Africa. They don't like anything that will mean the sharing of the natural resources, the sharing of the country's wealth. They don't want that. Every single thing that had happened with Floyd within the EFF, I think when you look at the latest 2024 elections, prior to the actual election, Malema went to a gala dinner. He spoke about a situation where he said, I spoke about them that they must not push me out. They must not connive behind my back. If they want me gone, they must be able to come to me and tell me, we want you gone. He said, I will leave. He said, I spoke to Floyd about that. Because at the time, I think Malema knew and understood that Floyd is speaking to some big guns that want him to topple Julius Malema from the EFF leadership position so that they'll be able to then come within the EFF and destroy the EFF from within. When that didn't happen, when Floyd failed to do that within the EFF, he then saw the only possible route was then to infiltrate the new formation, which at the time was the MK. When he saw that gap, he knew he can then use the MK to match, to convince together with Advocate Alimpofu, to convince the CIC Julius Malema to match the EFF with the MK. When that didn't happen as well, he realized actually it was getting more and more complex. Whatever was happening, the people that gave him money, they're not going to get their money's worth. He had to now somehow push so that he can get out of the MK. As a result, after April 2025, when he left the Malawi Bushiri Church, he knew anyway Bushiri was a fugitive going to Bushiri will cause a lot of havoc. When he came back there, obviously he knew he was going to be suspended or pushed out of the MK. All that, I don't think he didn't. Floyd is mad. I don't think he didn't know that is going to happen. He knew very well what was going to happen, but it was all a ploy and a plan, because he knew he had to pay the money that he was given by the funders to destroy the EFF and to try and merge with the EFF, with the MK, and destroy that. When that didn't work, he had to come with the third plan. That is plan C, because plan A, to destroy the EFF from within, didn't work. To merge the EFF with the MK and destroy it, it didn't work. Now, what is plan C? Plan C, go formulate your party. If you don't believe or you don't understand what I'm saying, who has funded him? Going around the country, going through the length and breadth of this country is very expensive. It was not him alone. Him and his group of comrades traveled South Africa, sleeping in expensive hotel and so on, eating. They had to eat, they had to travel, they had to dress, they had to, all those things. They needed money. Where did they get the money for that? Somebody is paying for that. Somebody had to pay for that, because they already invested in him destroying the so-called progressive parties. They don't want him, they wanted him, to continue destroying, especially the EFF. Because the EFF is the only threat to white monopoly capital, is the only threat to this so-called nationalist movement in terms of socialism, left, Leninist and Marxist organization, and the left politics. As a result, they saw a need to fund Floyd to destroy, because he understands the politics of the EFF. If you don't believe that, also go on and listen to him as he speaks. You can track his utterances within the EFF, within the MK now. You realize these are utterances of someone that has been bought. Whether you want to believe or not, obviously all of us, there's something that we love. We'll never believe certain things, but he is bought to destroy these progressive forces. Whether you want to believe that or not, it's your own case. Listen to this man. He will never speak bad about the ANC. He will never speak bad about the DA. He will never speak bad. He will always find something to speak about the MK and the EFF. The reason being, those are the threats to the white monopoly capital. Those are the threat to the current status quo. And his job is simple: destabilize, destroy, distort, delay, derail, whatever means necessary. Make sure that these parties, they never get to power. As a result, he knows he's not going to win any elections. 2026 election, I don't think anyway is going to make any real strides, but he knows what he needs to do is to destabilize the EFF and the MK. He might do a bit well in the 2029 elections, but also not well in terms of winning, but having a seat or 2 or 3 in parliament and be part of the GNU. That's what the establishment want. That is what those who have got money want, because they've got a problem with the EFF, they've got a problem with the MK. This is my analysis. Like I said, this is Muji unpopular views. These are my popular views. I'm sorry. And it's my own analysis. You don't have to you don't have to understand and believe them, but we can debate them. We can engage on them. They are not written on the rock. This is my views. Like, subscribe, and share.